All right, so it is February of 2023, first vlog in February.
Yes.
Yeah. So we wanted to get you guys caught up on some of the things that we've been doing here over the winter, and specifically January and here in February. We have all of our pruning done. That would be the first thing we focus on, right? So we actually finished a couple weeks ago. One of the things we were challenged with this time around, we had one of our Pakistan mulberries that split. Remember that?
Yes.
Down the middle last summer, and we did kind of a splint, a couple different things to try to keep that thing from splitting in half, and actually it worked. It actually grew over that bolt that we put on there, but we had to make a decision. Were we gonna leave that bolt in there, or were we gonna go ahead and start the tree over? We decided to start the tree over.
We did.
So we cut it below the last, or the lowest crack or split point, and we now have a stump that's about 3 feet tall. So now mulberry trees can be pollarded, which is basically what we've just done, which is just cut them back to a specific spot every year. We won't do that normally, but we're pretty confident that that tree will come back just fine. February is time for what?
Fertilizing.
Ooh, your favorite.
Oh my goodness.
So we usually start with the citrus trees up front, and what did you find this year?
I found that the ground squirrels have not stopped digging.
No, they loved it underneath the wood chips, nice and warm, and so they stayed active. We got a few nights down into the 20s, and they didn't really seem to care under those wood chips.
No.
Yeah, they were tunneling like crazy, but we were able to get that repaired and fertilizing. About how far? Almost halfway?
Not quite halfway. Well, we had rain a couple days this week.
We got a lot of rain.
Really cold and windy, so I didn't want to be out in it. And so I have basically the front done, citrus and all that, and then the grapevines are all done.
So we're getting there.
And that's about it.
Yeah, that's all right. It's the month of February. We got a lot to fertilize. So one of the things that we've been waiting on, and kind of, I guess, the last thing from last summer that we need to harvest is actually sugarcane. So we're over here next to our chicken coop and run. This is the sugarcane that we planted last spring, actually. In fact, it was about this time last year that we were doing all of the starts in very, very small pots. We were gifted these from a consultation that we did for some pruning, and these things have really taken off all summer. Now, typically you would harvest these in the fall, but this year what we wanted to do was keep most of these cuttings for ourselves and feed a handful to the pigs. So what we're gonna do a little bit late is go ahead and get these actually cut down so that they'll come back here in the spring. So what we did is we took each of the canes and cut them off right at ground level. What that's gonna do, these are grasses, and they're kind of a clumping bamboo. So I've got 3 clumps here that are all gonna come back for us here this spring. At least hopefully, that's the theory, keeping all the roots in the ground. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of the canes. We need to get those cleaned up just a little bit, and we've got some snacks for everybody. As you can see, the chickens and the turkeys are already going to town here on these snacks. Right, Bailey? This is right up against the fence. Oh. This will be easy. That tastes sugary. around over there and see what happens. So this is our harvest of sugarcane for this year. So if you guys recall, we had 4 starts that we started with from a single small stalk, and this year's harvest is this. Now, typically what we would do is we would harvest this in the fall, so we would have this for back sweetening our wine, which I think is our goal, is to make some sugarcane syrup out of these guys, and then of course we can feed these to the pigs. Now this year, you guys saw that we had cleared out a lot of our mallow, fed those to the pigs from that area that we're working in today. That area is the east-facing side of our chicken run and coop. So what we're gonna be doing is starting a lot of these for ourselves, planting them on the eastern side of that coop and run, because these will give excellent shade through the summer months naturally for those chickens. So now as far as starting these, it's really easy. We showed you guys last year how easy it is to start these. Essentially what you're looking for is just a couple small nodes on each of these canes. You drop them into some basic potting soil. Keep those nice and warm over the winter time, and they will start out very easily for you. We'll have a lot of these that we're gonna be doing the same thing with. We're gonna be transplanting these in front of the coop and run area, and we're also gonna be planting these in the blackberry area that we are starting, at least have a new patch of that, because we'll be feeding these to our pigs here this time of year to help finish those every season as well. At least that's the plan. So you guys can see just how well these do for us here in our desert environment. Just keep in mind, you will be watering these on a regular basis. So best spot for these would be in areas where you have pasture or grass that are gonna get regular irrigation. I'm gonna put these back. I just don't know if I can stand. Oh. Only lost 2. Boom, look at that.
This is like awkward position.
I think one of the cool parts that we had happen this week with Wilma in particular was what?
Oh, Oh, Wilma laid her first egg.
She did, right? So she
Yeah.
laid her first egg on, was it Thursday? Either Wednesday or Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
She took yesterday off as a recovery day, and she plopped another one out this morning.
Yeah.
It's amazing how big those eggs are compared to chicken and duck eggs.
Yeah, a lot bigger.
A whole lot bigger.
Wilma's one of our geese.
So yeah, Wilma's a goose, in case you're wondering. We've seen them mating, and so we know that we have probably some fertilized eggs.
Probably.
So
We don't need any more geese, though.
what? You don't think we need more animals?
Well, not any more geese.
All right,
We got our 2.
Okay, we got more geese, but you're not saying no to more animals.
No.
Oh, we'll have to see what that means.
I'm not saying no to that.
Yeah, I'm not saying no to that either. See how that pans out this year. So just want to thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We cover a lot of things here on this newly established functioning farm here in the Arizona desert, and would love to see you on a regular basis. If you have any questions or comments, those go in the comment section down below. And our Amazon shop, I'll leave a link down in the description. That is a free, painless way to help support the channel. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy. You help to support us here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
So can you.
well, maybe.
I barely keep my eyes open because of the sun.
I know. Oh, I thought it was because you were tired. You want to go to bed.
Oh no, the brightness.
Wow. I might have just added to it, honey. Poop, I farted.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
I think it was just gas. I hope it was just gas. Rosie, get away from the camera, girl. All right, so it is February of 2023. This is our first vlog of the year, right?
No, I think we did one in January.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's our second. Let's do over again. One of the things that we were challenged with this year, we had that. Thanks, Barrington. Back here in the spring, that bird almost ran right into my face. Oh. Didn't exactly get that over the top of that. Oh, neither did you. Basketball is not in our future. I mean, I don't know. We've never done this. We're not professionals here.
No?
No.
So you're saying we have no idea what we're doing?
We don't know what we're doing. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Everybody in Hawaii right now is like idiots.